Gemini, welcome back. For those of you who are new, very warm welcome. Now, your reading's quite unique, and I'm going to get straight into it. If you are needing a booking during the silly season, yes, the link is below. I'll also be connecting with you guys on my channel for the astrology, for the moon transits. And definitely by January, you do really need to be clearing your chakras, and that will be due to the astrological aspects that's coming up. Now, definitely with previous month, Jupiter was directly connecting in with your 7th house, which was marriage, contracts and partnerships. Now, it is transiting signs. And definitely next year, it's going to be taking on a different energy, but it's transferring over. So the themes, obviously pay attention to the channel, and I will discuss them with you, and I'll incorporate them into the actual reads as well. Now, the energy that is coming through for you, the crowning energy, is strength. And I do feel this is directly connected to Mercury and Jupiter, which is throat chakra. You're needing to speak your truth, and it is really coming to the forefront where it's going to be necessary to actually speak your truth. And also, you know, when we do look at the Mercury aspect and the Jupiter aspect, something that transpired last month, you're moving through that energy still. And you'll definitely see certain themes playing out in January that are correlating with that new beginning. And we are moving into eclipse season. So we're going to be having an eclipse this month, which I will discuss on the channel and how it directly impacts you. There's also going to be eclipses in January, which will directly connect in with the nodes in Cancer. So this can be family-related dynamics, connections, tribes. So some of that frequency can be coming through already, especially when you've been moving through ascension symptoms. So now, your crowning energy, as I said, is strength. And this is really what you're coming to the table with, Gemini, and what you're needing to do. It's really interesting. Your first energy that's come through, the other reads, I pulled 3 cards for the general part of your read, and this is an overall read as well as romance house, to pick what could be coming up and hyperlink it back into the romance sector, be it your partner or not. You've got Spirit Keeper of the North. Now, something potentially can be up in the air. And this can be around Christmas. This is what I'm feeling, because there is the cold around the energy. Also to do with this moon energy, you're going to need to be, and this is a message coming through for you guys, be super cautious around the moon phases this month. Some of these themes are going to be playing out. I do feel intuitively you guys already know what particular themes are playing out in your life. And this situation that's up in the air, and I will pull clarifiers. I mean, I've been pulling 3 cards for the general, but you got 4. Now, again, 2020 is a vibrational number for you, so I think it's a direct link into what you're wanting to achieve next year. Potentially what has been really arduous and you've been trying to work through those situations. It could be really in the forefront of your mind, and with the moon energy, it's very feminine energy, but it's deeply intuitive, and that's why I see amethyst to be very beneficial for you at the moment. You're also not wanting to trick yourself with something. You see the truth of a situation. You're also, I think, how do I put it? Don't feel, this can be with a connection, okay? So something within a connection, who's going to be there, who's not, you know, what are you deeply connected to? And because this is the general part, some of you are wondering when the date is, okay, for this marriage. Others of you, it could be a spiritual union and feeling quite distorted about it. But very separately, at a very general level, it's something not coming together, and there's a missing link in the puzzle. And this is at a very, very general level. It's like something hasn't gone about the way you thought it was, and you've been unable to bring something together. So it feels it's on pause. But the key I'm seeing is the dates linking in with the moon. You're going to have either some clarity, also with the amethyst, you know, I would suggest even black tourmaline or onyx for psychic protection, because really with the aspects of the astrology, the 12th house being activated for us intuitively, if you can clear your crown chakra by drinking water, I do feel this is going to be really helpful for you to actually see something correctly. But do trust your intuition. I feel you intuitively know something's going to take a left turn. I don't feel it's directly connected to you, but it may impact you somehow. But I don't feel it's going to affect you. It's linked to an external situation, but it has directly affected your movement forward. You're also seeing the truth of a situation. Nobody can pull the wool over your eyes. And you're in a very good vibration that way. So you directly, I feel, know that a situation is going to play out. And yeah, it's like the 12th house conversations. This can be how a situation is going to transpire, be it that there's going to be communication. At the same time, whatever this situation is that you're in full awareness of, it could be a person feeling quite bombarded, because like what I'm drawn to on this card is the person in the middle feeling piggy in the middle. And it does feel quite manipulative energy. I do feel this is a growing person, and this can be the way people are treating you. You also see the reality of how they treat you, which at times I feel you might feel it's quite condescending. And the funny thing is, it's like you're going to be powering through and really showing your true colours, and this can even be communicating your truth. I just don't feel you're being manipulated. Now, you've got Spirit Keeper of the South, and each time I get these messages, I always do the never eat soggy Weet-Bix. You know something's going to go down, and this is to do with the burden, because 2 cards come out in this section, and you've got White Buffalo in reverse. So you know something, and you know, this is sacral chakra. So with the sacral chakra, it links into creativity, fertility also, passion, intimacy, desire, guilt, and fear. But with that, letting burdens down, something has to give. That's what I'm hearing. Something has to give. So you know something. For this to transpire, either you or another individual, people, places, and things, need to be seeing the situation for what it really is, because your energy out the door already is showing you're being strong, you're being patient, you're looking at it the way you're looking at it. And this can be through personal experience, personal eyes. Nothing can be taken from you that isn't yours already. Also, if this person separate to you isn't invested in the situation, yet it's been burdening you somehow, what is going to happen is this person is going to see the situation for what it really is. I'm also hearing it's not actually a loss. You can have it. And however, that could be a very general specific message. Yeah, it's something that someone's not passionate about. I told you, sacral chakra. Somebody is not passionate about this, so it's almost like you're looking at it and saying, why are they doing it? And this could be you, but it could be people's mindsets around you in very layman general terms. I do see you really walking forward and knowing exactly what you do want. But unfortunately, there are situations happening around you which are frustrating to a level. So you're still in your truth. You do have universe's protection. In your financial sector, and this is with your money, the things you're investing in, it's directly connected to your sacral chakra. Again, with the color coming in. Now, I'm seeing base chakra and sacral chakra. The card is upright. It's also about a team effort. So particularly a situation with your money, it may be due to the fact that you're buying Christmas presents or you're going on a holiday with a group of people. Again, it's really picking your tribe when it does come to something. Some of you might actually be doing some things over the silly season when it does come to, how do I call it? What do I say? It could be renovating, it could be finalising things on the home front, it could be actually building a home. But I'm feeling it's really very much a family orientated activity or a tribe related activity where you guys are getting together. And it's even finalising tasks, it's getting things in order. You might find that all of a sudden, very separate to Christmas and New Year's, you're trying to get everything clean and finalised, more so than usual. Trust your intuition with this, especially with the 12th house activation, because I do feel as though there is a reason why you're saying the truth. You're like, I'm sensing something, I'm doing what I need to do. You're pulling in a team of people. You're also knowing that it takes two to tango in the financial sector. And you're being very disconcerting about what you give and what you don't. And if you feel a person's not investing in a situation and you're giving more than they're giving, I do feel at a financial level you're going to be very careful. But I'm seeing a very separate energy, really following your instincts, especially when it comes to what you're placing items on. And it's three situations, 3 areas. And it's also your spirituality and balancing your own life out, taking a lot of accountability. There could be also on the work front, for those of you that are working, you need a break, okay? So obviously we're stating the obvious, but there could have also been a dynamic at work where you weren't seeing eye to eye with a particular individual, or you were sick saying the same thing. You've got talking stick in reverse. Now, some of you feel the communication's been off, and obviously with Mercury going direct, these things can pan out and level out. But at the same time, it might be, some sense of conflict there, and you're looking at it, and I do feel you're going to really meditate over December and decide how to retackle that situation, be it you decide to actually move forward, make peace, and I'm hearing no, or really decide what you're going to do. But it does feel as though with this talking stick, it could be for some of you, it's simply just that you're really grateful that a break's coming up and you're needing that downtime. I'm also hearing there could potentially be a colleague at work where it's all talk, no action. Yeah, you want this to transform. So it's 2 things. Look, if you can actually transform the scenario and use this time to really be deeply reflective, maybe plan. It was really important during last month's moon phase that we had these epiphanies and started shifting some of those situations. But obviously that energy will be spread over, which I have noticed now. Not only do the eclipse energies really resonate for 6 months, but I am noticing there are themes playing out astrologically speaking when it does come to moon phases. It's like a lesson, but it's a lighter energy. And definitely with the retrogrades, when they do fall on those houses, you find that amplifies the situation. So in your work domain, especially the Capricorn energy, I hope she doesn't call me because I'm recording. You'll find that you're wanting to move forward. So you're wanting to change it. And I do feel you're going to meditate over Christmas and New Year's about how to apply your energy to this situation and where you want to go from here. Some of you are starting completely fresh. Others of you will just come back with a fresh attitude. And this can even just be the colleague itself. But if you are looking for work, I do feel you're going to be really creative. It has been hard because you have been going through a spiritual transformation, but I do feel the transformative state, it's very necessary to anchor your energy in and get your foundation. The foundation is you. It doesn't have to be, do I have enough money to do this? It's really getting quite grounded to a point that you have a bit more energy to deal with some of these arduous tasks. Some of you in your family sector might not be feeling very connected. And again, when you are going through an awakening and with the astrology, you've got ancestor in reverse. Now, this can simply be that there is a loved one that has passed over. It's also a choice for some of you where you're doing work on yourself, and some of you also might be working away where you are working through the silly season and you physically won't have time to talk to family. You're not sad about this, Now, when I say sad, if you guys are physically choosing to pick your tribe, that's all good in the hood. So some of you really are. You're going to choose who you wish to spend certain times with. And some of you will feel that particular individuals aren't actually acting like tribe. So you don't want to have a rough time. You also, it's not that, there's discord. It could be something simply going on with you very externally. There is a lot of communication in this house as well. So family, people around you. And I'm also hearing for those of you in a relationship, which I have pulled a love card and I've also pulled your romance house. some of you, not all of you, if you're really on the fence about a relationship, I'm actually seeing a meeting occurring in a kitchen, speaking to a bunch of people, and really looking at how to be very, very cautious about how you're going to proceed forward. So this could be something that you're trying to get out of for some of you. In your love domain, you got Spirit of Earth. Which is interesting because earth energy is very much Taurus, Virgo. Oh no, I don't know why I said that. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. To do with the family related environment, I'm going to pull clarifier. Okay, with the Capricornian energy, again, work related dynamics, past tense karma. If this connection that you're inquiring about is grounded, it's almost, I'm hearing a warning. Especially with the Capricorn energy, we've got eclipses in Cancer and Capricorn coming. Get as grounded as possible. Trust in the process of what's happening. Don't think too much about it. Just get grounded, okay? If you've thought about it already and you already know what this is in relation to, you know, and it's confirmation from source. You also, and this is why I just keep feeling this very urgent energy, cleaning, throwing things out, getting them prepared, more so than usual. That you're trying to be prepared for 2020 as well as getting grounded in it. The situations might have been affecting the relationship. It's a time when some of you are going to be more grounded, where you don't want to be up in your head, where you don't want to be thinking about problems. You're really going to nurture the situation because you have been unable to be consistent, and that can be them or you. So the energies can swap. But I do feel some of you, if you're in an unhappy environment, you felt really stuck, and I do feel those of you that do feel stuck, you're actually get out of it. But being in a mental prison, it might be that you've actually decided now that you've seen a situation for what it is, and it's spiritually been very testing on you. Okay, for those that are happy, what are the messages? Because it's really a 50-50 split at the moment. Okay, something is going on directly with this person's energy. So it's not directly connected to you, it's their energy. But it is making you upset. You can see that this person is going through a hard time. This can be even if you're not with them. You know, if you're really happy and in love with this person, you also know that they're not happy and they're going through a very hard time at the moment. And this can be to do with the family. Yeah, it's an old situation that's been going on for a long time. Some of you, there's also an elder energy here, and this can be with a feminine energy, a female energy who's older. Because the unseen is elder. Okay, I'm getting a few messages here. This is a person who you've been waiting for. I'm being shown that this person is being guided by the other side. And I also do feel if they do have a loved one that's passed over, especially with the 12th house activation, they're actually giving them psychic downloads. Now this can be dreams, it can be hunches, nudges, or a direct experience. And that experience is helping push them forward. It's almost like in the background, and I'm hearing by Christmas, okay? Because look at the reindeer on the card. So bizarre. And I'm seeing the others behind, and it's like the main reindeer is walking, and I'm getting so many messages from this card. There's having to walk away from a situation, not feeling directly connected, having a drama with that, and having to draw the line in the sand and make a decision. But this is a person that is going through a deeply transformative state. It's a bit like when you have a spiritual walk-in. You know a situation isn't going the way it was supposed to, in your opinion. And then it changes. But you experience a series of very unfortunate events. And during that process, you're sort of asking yourself, like, why does this keep happening? Why is this happening all the time? Universe is protecting them to avoid misfortune. So this aha moment where they're looking back and going, I've been there, done that. And this can be you. But I'm feeling this is a separate individual. It's like, I don't want to do that again. They're looking back and they're looking at it going, oh, I've learnt, and this is in a child work as well. Again, I'm seeing sacral chakra. The brown again coming through is really base chakra because it's very earth energy. I do feel Saturn in this house has really made the person take a lot of accountability, more so than other individuals directly connected. And this can be for some of you. And the way you're looking at it now is, I've learnt, I've accepted, I understand, thank you. And I feel you've ended that cycle. Just by having that epiphany moment, you've actually ended it. But this is for some of you, somebody coming back from the past that has gone through a series of very unfortunate and toxic events. I'm also hearing for those of you that aren't with a loved one at the moment, and this can be a passed over love or a loved one that you're not with at the moment, they want you to know that your angels and guides are really protecting you. Okay, let's get into the romance sector. Yep. Okay. Gemini, you're going to have a story to tell. Okay. This is conversations. This is conversations with this person with a love interest. And again, a similar thing happened. Their energy coming in and your energy, you've got one card. Some of you were telling yourself a story about this, right? And with this story, this can be on your own, and you're like, oh, this is how the relationship went, this is how I see it. There's calmer waters ahead in the romance house. You may not feel it, especially when you're moving through a vibration, especially when you've experienced arduous energy. I love that word. I hate the dynamic. I love the word. You've got fortune in reverse. You might not feel so fortunate. You may have a lot of stories to tell. Don't feel that this story is the way it ends. That's what I'm saying, because this is storyteller, which is one side of the story. It's your story, though, and it counts. Okay, this person knows that this is their spiritual path. This doesn't even have to be the person you're with. That's what I'm hearing, so I'm just telling you. There is an energy who is supposed to be with you. They will see the beauty in you. They will appreciate who you are. If this is the direct person you're with, you're very blessed. This person, you might not have felt so blessed moving through Sincerito, but this is part of a spiritual process. The Scarred Mountain is a deeply spiritual romance, and this person is very linked to you. I'm also seeing a dream state. They're seeing what's not working, and they only now appreciate the beauty after living in an unhappy situation. I do feel it's also saying that this month their vibration's going to change. Wow. Oh, Gemini, you must respond. Okay, the reason I'm saying this is if this links up, watch it at the beginning of the month. See how it transpires. This person is, if you are single and you have been inquiring about a person you're in love with, or if you're coupled and you're going through a tough time, if you're been on the fence and you made a physical decision, yes, that energy's come through. But for those of you, the two energies in at the heart of the read is Dream Traveller. This is heart chakra. And this is why I'm feeling, it's like, you know, feeling a frequency, feeling, you know, with the spirit keeper of the north, like something hasn't come about, so therefore it's never going to be. This can be with your hopes, your dreams, the tension, your finances, the people, places and things. It's a deeply reflective time in general, but it feels more so directly connected to the astrology and what you've walked through. Now, you've got thunder drum in reverse, which means you don't want to fight. It's almost like surrendering to universe. What's to be is going to be. What my epiphany is my epiphany. I'm accepting in the factor of what this is. I want to live my dream. I want to vibrate that way. I want to have a person come towards me in that fashion. This person's energy is like really getting real. This is sweat lodge in reverse. This is like, I ain't sweating the small things after what I've been through. It's at the heart of it. Now these dreams can be built. The road will start opening up for the number 4 for next year. It's a vibrational number 4 year. It is very, very good for unions, very good for relationships, very good for team-orientated, tribe-orientated activities. Your investment of what you've put in, because this is money, which is investment, which is your ambition, your empowerment. It's your Mars energy. It's also your sacral chakra, your ability to create, and trusting that you have the tools to actually deal with these things. Add a belief system, because, you know, inner child is always blockage when it comes to these areas. You're deeply unconsciously have manifested it. And manifestation is, look, the point of manifestation, you are a vibration in your own energy. There was a reader, and she used to speak that way as well, and she used to give psychic readings. She stopped for some reason. Now, with manifestation, what you need to understand is you know what you want, and it's sort of, if it's because it in general is your hope, love, you're open, you're forgiving, it's going to come towards you. If you need a person to be a particular thing, if you want a person to be a particular thing to avoid a vibration, you will get the polar opposite. So you'll actually attract that so that you don't fear it anymore, and so that you can be open for universe giving it to you without needing to ask. Because the deservingness of it's there. You are vibrating the belief of such. But, you know, and sometimes we don't even know we do this. We don't know that we feel undeserving or unfair, or that we have to work hard for something. So therefore it directly impacts our chakras, and energetic karmic lessons come towards us. You've gone through a massive transformation. And look, even it's the work, and this is what I mean in the work sector, because it's very subliminal the way the messages come through to me. Talking stick in reverse. It's not what you say, it's what you do. It's the direct work, right, is where the transformation's at. So, you know, living your truth, being authentic, understanding negative vibrations. We need the light and the dark in order to have the positivity, for it to come through balanced. The art of appreciation, they say. Okay, I'm going to pull one more card. There is a very positive energy coming through for you guys, so I really have very high hopes for you guys. I do feel this okay, this is what's coming through. I'm laughing at this because this card reminds me of Christmas. This could be New Year's more so, but it's celebration times. Now, although I've mentioned with the moons, and this is what happens, right? There's been a few messages coming through in this read to do with the moon cycles and communication and people coming back. I did a reading for a friend once, and I explained to her what she was wearing when she was going to meet this person, bloody blah blah. This is exactly what I mean by manifestation. If you know this energy is for you and you don't have blocks in that area, be very careful. Do some meditation. Don't set it down to it has to happen that date, because if it is, we can attract other vibrations, and there will still be work to do, you know, within that energy. So it's landed on your dream traveler. Okay. You need to believe your dreams are already coming true. Number one, you also need to not even be triggered by time. What if it doesn't happen that date? What if it doesn't happen? And then we energetically are blocking it. Be very open. Be open that whatever situation is panning out for you and whatever you decide to do, it's divinely guided. It's there for you for a particular reason, and trust the process. And it's always, once you detach, everything that you had manifested comes towards you. So the art of manifestation is believing it. And if you have a blockage there, do the work in that area. So it's a bit like Tesla explained, because he didn't have the ego connected to it, he was able to manifest. But if you have, you know, needs, spiritual blockages, etc., you get the manifestation, but you get the yin and yang of it, which is the dark and the light. You know, it's the dark and the light, really. So in order to get the healthy dream, be mindful that, you know, keeping your vibration, do the work on your vibration, and that's simply by looking at what comes up. But I'm also feeling, don't tune into it too much in a sense of time. This person is here. You've got scarred path. This energy is coming towards you. It's also, I'm also being shown you need to enjoy the time and be in the moment, because the moment for you guys is very important. I'm hearing you're the fortune. Okay. That can even be a song, The Fortunate One. A message may be coming through in that song. I will see you during the month. I feel very positive about your read. If I do get any additional messages, especially during the moon phases, I do try and give you more energy updates. I do twin flame updates. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. And if you are wanting a personal booking, as I said, the link is below. And I will see you during the month and in 2020. Love and light.